If you currently feel like you have so much to do that you have no time to get projects done, then today's video is for you. I'm April Perry. I help families stop drowning in piles so they can do what matters most, and welcome to the channel. I recently received a message that was posted to one of our videos where I talked about where to get started on our lists, and she said, just after the 8-minute mark, you used a phrase I haven't heard before. You said that you have project time each day. This is where I struggle. Could you explain that in a video? I can't figure out how to fit in projects. You've mentioned having 8 projects going in 1 month, and I can't even figure out how to use time to work on one single project. I know there's a solution, I just can't figure it out. Do you schedule a certain amount of time every day? Work on one project each day? Multiple projects each day for 10 minutes? I'm so interested in learning more about your daily project time. Thanks so much for all you share. I love this question, and if you're in the same boat, I want you to know there is hope, and we're going to dive right in. Having the ability to identify and complete projects is one of the most important things to help to improve our lives. Because if you think about it, if you need to move, get a different job, you're strengthening your family, you're improving your health, you want to figure out how to have more free time, all of that happens as you identify and complete projects that move you towards that. The first thing I want to emphasize is that the number of projects that you choose is determined by how many routines and calendared events you already have on your plate. So I like to think of this as a little pie chart of our energy. And if right now your energy is going towards a ton of routines, let's say you're taking care of children, you've got a bunch of work routines that you're doing, you're trying to exercise and eat nutritiously, or all these things you're doing to take care of yourself and other people, and maybe you have a lot of events on your calendar, whether it's appointments for work, or you're at a job, or you're doing a bunch of different events with your family. If that's all going on, you might not have a ton of project bandwidth, which is okay. You might just want to do 1 or 2 projects. The idea, though, is that the projects you choose that you put in place are going to help alleviate the pressure on your calendar and your routines. So I want you thinking, what can I do that's going to make the rest of my life easier? Those are the projects that we want to pick. The projects that you decide that you want to do, you want to actually post them or put them on a board or on a digital note or somewhere where you're going to see them regularly. This is my current projects board. Now, I'm reading the book, The Power of Now, so Discover the Radiant Joy of Being. That's my project this month, where I'm focusing on calming my brain and just focusing on being present. And that counts as a project. For family, we're doing holiday planning early. I love getting it done way in advance so we're not stressing or doing a bunch of last minute stuff. So that's my main project for family. And then for beyond, this is usually like your professional work or volunteer work. We're working on a new sales page and some email edits. And then I'm in a program called Channel Jumpstart for YouTube. Okay, so this is what I have as my projects. Now, there might be some other things going on in my life that would count as projects. Like I got this Indian food cookbook and I was trying out new recipes. There were multiple steps. So I could have put that under me or family, but it was just kind of easy to manage. Or we're like rehanging photos downstairs. Or there's other things that we're doing inside of our membership and kind of behind the scenes work that's going on, but maybe other team members are managing that. So I don't have it on my list. But the idea is you want this list to represent what you're doing. You don't want a bunch of secret projects. We did a video on that where I had all these secret projects that were weighing on me. You don't want that. But if you have a simple number of projects and you get a lift when you look at it, then you know that that's the accurate number of projects, considering what you have on your routines and calendar. Now, your current projects list is a monthly list. And every week when you do your weekly planning, you want to look at that and say, considering what I have going on this week, which projects do I want to move forward? You might move forward on every project every week, or you might focus on 1 or 2, 1 week, and then the other is the next. But the way I look at it is I look at my appointments ahead and think, am I traveling? Am I home? Do we have guests? What's going to be going on? Which projects make sense? So if I'm traveling, I could be listening to an online course, or I could be doing some online planning, but I'm not going to be doing like the heavy duty deep work of a big computer project while I'm out. That makes sense? So if you can just gauge that week by week, you're going to actually feel really good and make sure your expectations match your energy and your other responsibilities, because that's what helps you move forward even when you have a life that's flexible and a lot going on. Now for any project that you're working on, this might go without saying, but I just want to emphasize, we want to have it broken down into little 10-minute microbursts, because when we have time and energy to work on a project, if it just says something like holiday plans, it's like, how do I do that in just one sitting? So I like to just break it down into what are the next few things, at least, that I would do for holiday plans. So for me, it's like talking with Eric about the budget, talking to their children about their hopes and dreams for the season, researching some events and service, and researching maybe some new traditions I want to put into place. Those are things that I'm working on this week, but it's very specific. And so then when I think about projects and project time, like a lot of this could be done if I'm waiting in line somewhere, if Eric and I are driving together. Like these can just be kind of simple conversations or simple things we're doing. And so the more you learn how to fold into your regular life little next actions for your projects, the more you're going to move forward effortlessly and the projects will get done. And since I know you love when I draw pictures all over this board, I thought I would just show you how I structure my day and my week. This is a general overview. This isn't exactly like this every day. But typically during my day, I have a few hours where I do deep project work. Cal Newport has a great book about deep work and just the concept of having some time that's structured for you to just be able to focus. I think that's really important if you have projects that need a lot of your brain power. So typically for me, 11 to 2 is when I do my deep project work. The rest of the day, I might be doing tasks here and there, quick phone call, walking the dog, exercise, reading, family stuff. So there's a lot happening during the day, personal and professional. But as long as I know I've got a few hours a day where I can really focus on projects, that's what enables me to take what's on my current projects list and then build it into my work day, for example. Monday was my writing day. Tuesday and Wednesday, I worked on this computer project that just needed a lot of attention. I'll show you that in a minute. I have YouTube training classes, these were events online, Wednesday and Friday, and today's filming day, Thursday. So because I kind of have mapped out during my deep work hours what I'm going to be doing, if you'll notice, all of these things are related to what's on my current projects list. Now, there might be some other things that I'm working on through our business. We have our membership, we have a podcast, we have emails, we have all kinds of activities and social media. There's a lot happening inside of our community, but I have very specific projects that I make time for. So I want you to do the same kind of thing, making time and space for the things that you are doing, considering your bandwidth and your responsibilities. The key to being able to work on a project and then stop and come back to it the next day is knowing how to bookmark your project. So I just want to show you how I do that, because I was working on a big project recently where I'll actually show you what it was doing. I was going through this entire video, making a ton of different edits. It was like deep, intense work, probably took like 12 hours to work on it. So there was just a lot going on. But this project is on my current projects list, and then we have all the information, like I made this little spreadsheet that showed different changes that need to be made, some captions and things that need to be fixed, stuff like that. And so all of it was located here and the information was kept together. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of times people will think, I have to sit down and do the whole project right now because if I get up, I'll never come back to it. When you have a current projects list and all your information sorted and simple, then you know I can stop and I can come back. And that gives you a lot more flexibility. I hope this was helpful for you as you are thinking about incorporating more projects into your life that you know will make a difference. I just want to give you some encouragement. I know it's not always easy, but as you learn how to break things down and create focus and make it work with your daily schedule and all of the routines and things going on, you're going to start seeing projects just getting done, and it's going to help your life feel a little bit better every day. So glad you're here. We have lots of videos on the channel to help you, and please comment below. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know what questions you have. This really helps me know how to best serve you here on the channel. Okay, we'll see you soon.